Hey, Julie. Happy hump day. Happy wonderful Wednesday. Hang on, my family's texting me. Ay. Cats are scratching at the door. Hubster went to the plant. Yeah. It's been quite the morning, hasn't it, Julie? Hi, Deborah, Mitz. So I'm going to do a new travelers. I'll probably end up trimming this down if I need to, but I'm going to make it first. So I'm going to make a new travelers journal, napkin journal. We have the big one here, and I'm going to show that too. How's the lighting? Does it look like I need more light? Let me try this overhead. My little lamp. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, that's better. My little lamp that I had right there fell over, and the bulb didn't break, but the lamp kind of broke. So I'm having Hubster's going to try to pick me up a new lamp. Yeah. I got everything else like right there. Like I got these lamps right here because my regular lamp broke. So, is that an essential? I think so. So anyway, yeah. So we're gonna do a napkin journaling, and I did make a couple little individual inserts and put a napkin in each one. I thought I'd do some giveaways because those are easy to mail. Something easy to mail. So, all right, let's see who we got here. Susie, Journey, Pamela, Darla, Natalie. Can y'all hear me okay? Teresa, Kimberly. Anybody else miss Scrap Girl? Andrew. Hey, Andrew. Brenda, Terry. Anybody else I missed? So, yeah, we're going to do mixed media, collaging, napkins, mini journals. Yeah. Oh, see, there's a glare there. That's what happens when you got those lights too close. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. I did pull my regular one out here just to, show again where we're headed, just on a miniature scale. Just on a miniature scale. Let's see. Jay, Brenda, Hottie Popo. Yeah, you can see the napkins blowing right here with my fan. Molly. Let's see. Joyce, G. Hi, G. It's been a while. Good to see you, G. Let's see. Did I say hi to you, Molly? Hey, Popo. Let's see. Oh, you're welcome, Louise. You're welcome. I'm glad you like it. And I did send out. I think Popo, you should get and those at least the ones in the States. They're ATC, not ATCs. They're your art cards we made last week. Let's see who else. Just if y'all are joining me for the first time, I stream every Monday and Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern, but I usually come on about 8:30 to say good morning to everybody. Hi, Peggy. Oh, we like big books. Julie. So make sure you guys, if you talk to me, put it in caps. Make sure you have live chat selected at the top. And make sure you're at 720 or 1080p in the settings. And if YouTube glitches or something and it gets fuzzy, go back and make sure that you didn't get knocked back to 144 or something in the little wheel. In your little wheel, make sure that you're up to 720 or 1080p at all times. So, yeah, Peggy. Doreen, Kim, other Kim. We always have a lot of Kims. I don't even know. Oh, that's Vicky. Okay. I wasn't going to try to pronounce that first part of your name, Vicky. Good morning. Let's see. Teresa, do you add my 2 year present had major. Okay, Teresa. Um, Anybody else? Let me go ahead and tweet real quick. And my daughter's still messaging me. Mom, and Denise, every morning we try to send each other something funny, a funny meme or something every morning. So yeah, that's what we do every morning. The three of us send each other funny memes. Let's see. All right, let me tweet real quick. Let's get some little. Thanks, Julie. Did I say hi to you, Peggy? Good morning, Cheryl. Anybody else I missed? Thanks for the thumbs up already. Thank you, guys. Yeah, just like to say good morning. I'll sit here and flip through some of the pages of the napkin journal. So, what a napkin journal is, just like it sounds. If you haven't seen, we've done it for years, but in case you don't know, a napkin journal is where you start with the decorative napkins, like here, let me put these right here, where you start with decorative napkins as a base or as a background to your journaling. Hi, Painty Girl. Hi, Lizbeth, Kim. And then what we've done in this particular one is used different color book elements, not the whole page, but we've cut things out. In particular, we've been using Juliet Crane's, these two here, Whimsical Animals and Big Monster book. Been using those a lot. These aren't out of that book, but we do use a lot of Juliet Crane and color them, cut them out, and add them into the napkin journal. And then we paint in the branches or the background or the or the flowers. I should have got some juice. I just got my lukewarm coffee here. Get my voice going. And then we just make these art journal pages. So yeah. So you can see here how we've turned them into little worlds. This one's just got the napkin on it so far. And yeah, Hypocola. So let's get over to one that's done here. There's another one that's done. This one's with the Juliet Crane. I think so. Although Tuesday morning's not open, Julie. But trust me, I got stacks. I got stacks of napkins to use. And yeah, so this is not Juliet Crane, but we did this one a couple years ago at Halloween. And some of them have glitter on them and stuff. I don't know if you can really see them, but so anyway, but it's fun to have something as a base, something to start with, so you're not starting with a blank page. You're not starting with the blank page if you like to do mixed media collage or any of these kind of projects. Here's another one. So what we're going to do today is start, and here's what I started with. I just started with, and I will trim this down if necessary, because I've got 12 pages of cardstock in here. So when you use heavier cardstock or heavier paper in making your own little traveler's insert, as you stack them up, they're going to feather out. And so, after we're done, I can trim it down to fit in a notebook, to fit in the actual traveler's, cover, in a cover. It can fit in a cover. And So we're going to start we're going to do napkins on, well, we'll see how many pages. I want to do all these pages. I want to do all these pages. Hi, Evelyn. And start a napkin journal. And then what we'll do is go in with some Juliet Crane, or with some of these. I might use some of the Jane Davenport Faces napkins. I have some of these. I'll use some of those. Different ones here. So we're going to make a little mini napkin journal. Everybody loves a napkin journal, but I thought it'd be fun. Hi, Nancy. It'd be fun to make a smaller one. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's see here. I'm just going to keep flipping. Here's one done with all the Jane faces. I did like a whole page of that. And again, let's see if I can keep my lighting. Let me keep my lighting on task, because I had to move lamps around because my lamp broke. Let's see. Who else am I missing? Let's see what else we got here. This one. This one has a lot of Stickles glitter on it. You can see. And this one. And if you cut pages out of one of your color books, don't use your, you don't use your Hannah Carlson or your Marie Troll or your, use your more inexpensive color books like Creative Haven or something that are one-sided, that you can cut out real easily to put in, or, something like these monster ones are one-sided, and, those Juliet Crane ones, something like that. Don't be cutting up your $25 color books. I wouldn't, but anyway. So let's see. So what's everybody else working on? What projects are you guys doing? Are y'all working on anything in particular? There's another one there. Yeah, I'm at Mary's quite often. I just lurk because I'm usually getting ready for my own show. Mary comes on before me. If y'all don't know Mary, she might pop in. She comes on before me, so sometimes I have to kind of lurk and work so I can get ready for my show that comes on immediately after Mary. So, but I usually, not every day, but I try to get over to Mary's quite often and lurk. Let's see. Hi, Cat and Paste. Evelyn. Who else? So what's everybody working on? Nobody's working on anything? Nobody's working on anything? Okay, Hottie Popo's working on the Funky Fish Journal. That's with, who's, with, I forget her name right now. Put her name in there, Hottie Popo. I can't remember her name. I'm not doing it, so I forget. Julie is Bible journaling. Only 3 books left in the New Testament. Wow, Julie. Yeah, Julie, if y'all don't follow Julie on Instagram, Rosemary Morris. Yeah, Rosemary Morris. Thank you, Pacola. Is doing the Funky Fish Journal. Let's see. Who else? Molly's doing a little bit of everything. Painty Girl's doing a journal with a sewing theme. Gaga said good afternoon. Yeah, so we're going to get started in a minute. Again, stream every Monday and Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern, but I try to come on a little early just to say good morning to everybody. These aren't napkins. This is a Juliet Crane. These are out of her color books. Makes for you to use. She wants you to cut them out, color them, use them in collage or whatever. And I always try to tag Juliet Crane whenever I use her stuff. Like if I post on Instagram or something, anytime I've posted these, I always post a picture of her book and tag her. because she's nice enough to make these 34 original drawings to color and make your own. So that's what these are, the Juliet Crane. These right here, these are Jane Davenport napkins. And you can get those at Michael's and probably, I don't know, Amazon. I got them at Michael's sometime back. And then a lot of her stuff went on clearance, though, maybe a couple months ago. So, oh, you weave? You weave, Ellen? Very cool. Teresa's working on a Friends in the Box journal. Let's see what else. Hi, Joe. I'm probably Janice. I know I'm probably missing people coming in. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Oh, thanks, Vicky. Oh, good. You're Tanakh? Yeah. Well, shalom, Vicky. Welcome. Let's see. Who else? Terry L. Hi, Terry. Tonight's Survivor, Terry. Me, Terry, Janet, Zandra. We all live tweet with Survivor on Wednesday nights. Gaga's still working in her glue book. Hi, Katrina. Jade. I know I'm missing people. How you doing, Joe? Let's see who else. I know it's so fun, isn't it? It's so fun to all tweet together on about Survivor. We all watch it together and then we talk about it. We talk about Survivor while we're watching it. Let's see, Miss Mary Berry. You're welcome. Skinny Cat. Deborah Adams. I know there's a few Deborahs. There's a lot of Kims. I've been learning a lot from, and I don't know who Ann Brooke is. Oh, textile arts. That's probably why I don't know her. I don't do textiles. Well, I might, use some sari silk or glue a fat piece of fabric down, but I make a couple of little, cuffs, the little cuffs made out of fabric, but I'm not a sewer really. So I don't really follow anybody that's a seamstress or does sewing. So I can't really comment on that person. It's like the Jewish Bible, Janice. It's part of the Jewish Bible. Let's see. Hi from Australia, Lisa. Doing well here. Hubster went down to the plant to make sure everybody's getting their unemployment and their insurance and all that. Yeah, some people have to work if y'all want to get paid. Let's see. KP. So what else are y'all working on? Yeah, y'all are welcome to mention other streamers, whether I watch them or not. There's a lot of, I find new streamers all the time from you guys to go watch and support and small channels. I like to support small channels. Hi, Linda Lee. Hi, Carrie Ann. Happy Hump Day, or as Julie calls it, Wonderful Wednesday. Let's see. Mina, welcome, Mina. Let's see. Let's say hello, Lisa. Good morning, Lisa Gibbs. Rain Willow, welcome. Linda Lee. Let's see. Anybody else that I missed? So yeah, we're going to work in we're not going to work in the big one today. We're going to make a small one. So what I did is I cut down. Let me take this cover off. It's shiny. I cut down. I think there's 12 here. 12 traveler inserts. And if y'all were here on Monday, you knew I was cutting down. Hi, Joan. You knew I was cutting down my paper stacks. Y'all know stacks, scrapbooking stacks of paper. And since I don't scrapbook, I haven't really scrapbooked much in 10 years, but I love the paper stacks and I have lots of them. And I'd use some of it in collage, but I wasn't really using it to their full advantage. So I'm cutting them all down, cutting all the stacks down. So I've done, I showed Janet a picture yesterday. I'll show you the picture that I sent her. See if it shows up. So I cut down, I think I cut down close. Well, I can probably tell you here. What's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think about 15, maybe 15 stacks. I cut all 15 stacks down to 8.5 by 8.25, folded them all, and now I have these to make traveler's inserts with. Turn it sideways so you can see it. Okay, so yeah, this I cut all these are all this size. This is what these are. Except out of the scrapbook stacks, all that. So I think that's 15 stacks. 15 stacks I cut down in the last day and a half, folded them all, rubber band them all, and they're ready to make into traveler's notebook inserts. Janet was laughing at me when I was doing that. So yeah. So they're ready to be turned into inserts like this, right? All this is cardstock. This is just cardstock cut down to the size of, this is the size. It's 8.5 by 8.25. And you fold it in half. Make sure you fold it the right way. You don't want to fold it. If you fold it the 8.25 way, it's going to be a weird size. And so I cut down a bunch of cardstock here to make an insert. And this is going to be a napkin journal. Okay. Now that overhead light's making it glare a little, but there you go. You can see they kind of stick out, especially if you make it out of cardstock. When you make it out of cardstock, it's really going to stick out because it's so much thicker, right? So you can always trim this down, but I'm not going to trim it down until I finish the pages. No crack of slack in here, Julie. No crack of slacking. So we're going to make some a traveler's insert napkin journal. The same process we use in the big one, but in a little one. And then I did cut some extras, and I'm going to do some giveaways with I'll send like an insert napkin, and you can make one of your own little and see if you have any kind of traveler's notebook, one of these will fit. You can slide it under or in or tuck it in your traveler's notebook. So I'm going to do some because I can mail these easy. I don't have to go to the post office. I don't have to package up books and go get them weighed, and I don't have to do all that. You only made 3. Well, it does take some time. I just sat here and spent hours doing it, Teresa. I just sat and did it for hours, and I know you can't do that. I'm sure you can't sit there for hours. So you take care of yourself. No, you did. Did you finish painting the background of your iris, Janet? Janet was working on painting the background of her iris. I think she's going to do it black. So, hi, Kenny, Peggy. I know I'm probably missing people coming in. Did I say how do you cut and paste? Fritchie. Welcome, Fritchie. Let's see. Carrie Ann, did I miss Carrie Ann? Nisha, good morning. Anybody else I missed? Thanks everybody for popping in. Thanks for the thumbs up already. Yeah, we appreciate the thumbs up. So that's what we're going to do today. So again, I just did a flip through my big napkin journal, which is out of a faux ledger. It's not a real ledger. I think this came out in 2010. One of my sisters got it for me for my birthday back in 2010. And I don't do dated journals. So I turned it into a napkin journal. But anyway, let's see. Oh, you got a wasp sting? Oh no, Janet, you're allergic. Are you okay? A long, painful night. Did you take some Benadryl? Did you take some Benadryl, Janet? Which I'm sure you did. Hi, Susie. Who else am I missing? I'm sure I'm missing people coming in. Thanks, everybody. So I'm watching chat while I'm trying to do this too. So I just pulled a few napkins here. Some of these shells and fish ones. This decorative one. I'm not going to make it a theme. It's like I got all these Jane Davenport ones, and I got an Asian one. I'm not going to do it a theme. It's going to just be whatever napkin. Oh, did you really? Don't be tricking me like that, Janet. You make me worry about you. I hope you really didn't overdose on Benadryl. Hi, Kathy Heron. Let's see. I'll call you after the show, Janet. I'll call you later, and you can tell me all the deets. I'm assuming you're okay because you're here. You're here, so yeah. Let's see. I'm just reading chat while I'm going to flip through these napkins. So I do have quite a few of the Jane Davenport ones. And so I'm going to use those. And some of them I've already peeled off the back. You do have to peel off the backs. And I'll show you how to do that. Here's another one. Some of these I've already peeled off the backs. So I'll show you how to do that. Okay, I will, Janet. Janet says she's fine, but call anyway because she likes to whine. Janet, I love you. Okay, so let's see. So what you got to do, and Jean's the first one to say she didn't make this up, but she doesn't remember where she got it, and I don't remember where Jean got it. So anyway, but I got it from Jean. Sassy Pants. She's the one that told me about how to use double-sided tape. Take some double-sided tape. You open up the napkin to remove. You have to remove these layers. So you put the double-sided tape down, and it lifts up the backing. Right. Should I save this for toilet paper? I'm laughing, but seriously. No, that's all right, Janet. And then usually there's two. So here's the second layer. Okay. So there's two layers. There's two layers of these backings, and you have to remove them or they're not going to stick to your, when you glue down, it's not going to stick. So you have to remove these back layers, and there's usually two. Okay. There's usually two layers. Let's see. I said hi to Pacola. Thanks, Pacola, for the welcoming everybody. And y'all make sure anytime you're in any chat, if you see a mod, someone in blue, thank them. They earn their keep. Trust me. Mods earn their keep. So here's one. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of set aside. I'm just going to open these up. And again, I'm going to do some napkin and I'll do one piece of insert and a napkin and mail that out. And I'll probably do like I did last time, just pick some random people to get them. And I do send these international, although I think it's Tori's not getting any mail in Ireland. And, so I'll send it and we'll hope for the best, right? Then I'm going to just keep peeling these off here. a little bit there. Okay, so there's this one. And another tip I will give you when doing napkin journaling is you want to make sure that you start on a white base. Don't paint it. Well, you can do whatever you want. When I say don't, I don't mean, oh my God, don't. You can do whatever you want. Hi, Melinda. But if you don't start with a white base, the paint's going to show through and it's going to be dull. It's going to dull down your napkin design. So let me show you an example. Let's see. All right, let's take this one and this one. Okay, so you have a white base or a colorful base. And again, it's a little, let me maybe turn the light. I'm trying to adjust my light. My lamp broke this morning, so I'm kind of fighting with different lighting situations. See, now it's real dark over here. But I'm trying to fight with the lighting situation. Let's see. Let's move that over that way. That doesn't really help. Okay. Hubster's going to try to find me a lamp today. All right. So here's what happens. So if you have a white plain background, see how bright and vibrant that looks? But if you start with a color or painty background, then you dull down your image. Okay, I don't know if that's showing up. And depending on how much paint and how dark your paint is, it's going to make, it'll be the difference. But can you see how that dulls down this side compared to that side? So you want to start with a white base rather than a painty base, because then your napkins aren't bright. Wow, it's so dark over here. I don't know what I can do about it. Maybe if I move this lamp down, let's see. I have to rearrange again. Let's see if I can put this over here. If that helps. Does that help? Maybe a little. Let's put that there. Rearrange all these lamps so that we have some light. Still dark over here. Maybe it's this plastic. Let me move this. Let's move this out of the way. It's still a little dull over there. Trying to brighten it up for you guys. All right. We'll just work over here. Let's see. Yeah, they are so helpful, aren't they, Jay Weber? All right, so let's keep going. So I'm going to do a few because I don't know that I'll do all. I think I got 12 here. I cut down 12 pieces of cardstock. It's just like 110 weight cardstock. And I cut them down to 8 1/4 by 8 1/2. And then you fold them in half and like this. And then you have a traveler's notebook insert. I'm assuming everybody knows what a traveler's journal is. All right, let's see who's texting. Oh, it's Mom and them. Mom and Denise. We all text every morning, and I know they know I'm streaming, but whatever. They go, well, just move your iPad. Let's see. So remember, guys, if you talk to me, put it in caps, okay? Because I'm just glancing at chat, and I'm looking for any caps. I see other stuff too, but if you're carrying on a conversation with somebody, you know, I won't see it all if you don't put it in caps if you're talking to me. It just makes it easier for me to see you. Okay, so let's keep going here. So I got those done. Let's do these two. I'll do a couple of the Jane ones. So I just got double-sided tape. Just need a little piece. And just kind of tear it up. And then there's still enough sticky on there to get the second layer. So we've been doing napkin journaling for quite a few years. As you saw in the napkin journal. There we go, like that. And let's do this one. I have the lighting. I have my autofocus. Last Monday, I forgot to turn the autofocus off. So it did kind of do a little bit of zooming in and out. There we go. last Monday. So sorry about that, guys. I forgot to turn the autofocus off. Oh, well, welcome, Kathy Heron. Your first time on live chat. Well, welcome. Okay, let's do this. All right, so now there's just some regular napkins. And again, you can get decorative napkins like at Tuesday Morning or any kind of party store. Now, you probably can't get them anywhere, but, anyway, let's see here. Now, let me do a couple of Jane ones. Let's see, which ones do I want? That one, this one. Try to get some different ones. This one here. Well, I want some with faces on them. This one, I got that one, I think. Let's see. Do I have this one? Yeah. Just kind of going through them and seeing which ones I have duplicates of. This one. So that should be enough. I don't know yet how many. This one's already got it pulled off the back. I think that's, no, there's still back on that one. Yeah, so there's all different ones that come in her, and you might be able to get them on Amazon. I don't know. You might be able to get Jane Davenport. I don't know if they're called collage napkins or what they're called. You can get, I think you could probably get them on Amazon. All right, so let me go ahead and get some more backings off. Corey. I'm sorry, did I miss something, Fran? Corey, you're asking me about Corey? You're asking me about Corey, Fran? I'm sorry, I didn't catch the first part of the question then. All right, let's just peel. I think these Jane ones only have one layer. I think they only have one layer on the back. The other decorative napkins have 2 layers. No, I think that's a Tuesday morning one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's a Tuesday morning. Yeah. Okay, so there's that one. I think that's the same. Let's try to do one of each for now and see how far we get. And you can cut them up, and especially Jane's, she makes them so that they're all like little bits that you can use. You can use the little piece of this, that, or the other. And then we're also, if on the not on the Jane face ones probably, but on the other ones, we're going to use the Juliet Crane color books. Okay, so there we go. Which I showed a minute ago, and I will show again. Oh, let's see. No, decor is an expression of delight. Oh, okay. I did not know that. I did not know that's what you meant. Okay, so let's see. Let's finish this up with the backings, just so you can see how you do it. Yeah, I love Juliet Crane books too. And I showed them earlier. We're using the Big Monster and the Whimsical Animals. It's the same books that I used in the big napkin journal that I just showed a minute ago. And a couple more here. So I think it'll be fun to make a traveler's notebook size. I've used napkins in other traveler's notebook inserts. We did some about, I don't know, a couple months ago. We did a traveler's notebook, mixed media, but I didn't make a whole. Well, it was kind of half made already, and so this one I'm just starting with blanks like this. That way, it's just something easy to make. Something easy to make. Yeah, you can get her books on Amazon. Juliet Crane. And you might be able to get these Jane Davenport napkins on Amazon too. I don't know. Like I said, they had them at Michael's. Um, and then they went on clearance a couple, I don't know, maybe about a month ago. I don't remember. When I got all that Jane stuff on clearance about a month ago, I think, maybe a month and a half. Whoops. Maybe a month and a half ago when they clearanced out a lot of Jane Davenport stuff because I think they're going to get new stuff in, new Jane stuff in. So, yeah, there we go. Now, one of the things you got to be concerned about if you're going to make a traveler's insert, and again, if it's sticking out, this is cardstock, so it's extra thick. If you're just using like mixed media paper or something like that, it's probably not going to be as thick and it's not going to stick out as much, but you can trim this down. Okay, I'm not going to trim it down until after I finish making it. And then if it sticks out too much, I'll trim some of those edges. But it is because I'm using cardstock that it's so thick. And I think I have 12 pages in here. I think there's 12 pages in here. So you don't have to have it that thick. If you use cardstock, you could maybe use 6 pages. You could have 6 pages in there, or you could have 8 pages in there, something like that. But if you use 12 or more, like or that many, then it's going to stick out because the thickness of the paper. So you can trim this down later if you want, which I might do in this case because this is thicker. This is thicker than even my my inserts I folded from scrapbook paper. Well, I didn't use the paper. I didn't use the cardstock. It's the kind that's kind of in between. It's the kind of in between paper in the scrapbook stacks. And Janet, I showed the picture that I showed you yesterday. Here's all the ones I cut down. I think it's 15. Whoops. I think it's no, go back. I think I cut down 15 stacks of of scrapbook stacks. I cut them all down and folded them all. So that right there is 15 stacks of scrapbook paper cut down to 8 1/4 by 8 1/2 and folded in half. So I got all those done. Then I just rubber banded them together. I don't know if I'm going to make my inserts, and I thought I'd give some away, sell some after all this, stuff passes us by. I'm going to make some and sell some. And so I'm not sure if I want to mix them up and make like eclectic ones where they don't match, or do I want to keep some together like the stack that's coordinated? I don't know if I want to keep some of them coordinated. Do I want to mix them up and make them eclectic? I don't know yet. Let's see. No, not really. I cut with the guillotine cutter, so it's not hard to cut. Let's see. Who else am I missing? I think I said hi to Fran. Whimsical. Hi, Whimsical. Anybody else I missed? I think I said hi to Teresa Duffy, Cheryl. So yeah. Thanks everybody for being here. Okay, so that's what I've got right here. But I'm not stapling them or rubber banding them or anything at this point. The other thing nice about Travelers is you don't have to staple them or rubber band them. They can all just fit in in one of the inserts. Let me get one of my the one I emptied out. I emptied out one to show how, this is one of the Jane Davenport ones. So you don't even have to make these attached. You don't have to staple them or anything, because when you put the whole book in the elastic, it's held there, right? It's not going anywhere. And one of the nice things about having the loose pages, not having them stapled, is then you can just pull it out and work on one if you want, right? Or you can always add things. Like you can add little inserts or other things in the book. You can add little pieces of papers or other, ephemera. You can add other things. When it's just like this, it's it's easy to take things in and out. Hi, Trudy. Hi, Ashley. Anybody else I missed? Good morning. So, yeah, so that's one of the nice things about making your own. You don't have to have them attached in any way. And then you can just have more rings and, elastics. And by the way, if you want to add more to your, let me show you how to do that real quick. Let me get another piece of plastic. You can take an elastic, right? An elastic cord. Let's just say this was two different ones here. Let's divide this in two. Okay, so let's just say you had two and you didn't want to use both of these. You didn't want to use ring thing here. For one, let's just say you wanted to add four. Let's say you wanted to add four inserts in here and you only have two cording, right? Well, what you do is you take your two books, you take another elastic and you hook these two together. Okay, so you hook these two together like that. Okay, so now these two are hooked together. Got it? Now what you do is you take this and you put that into one. Okay, see how that's gone there? So now you can add two more. So with just two cords, and there's ways to do even more. Trust me, I've got some that have got tons. Like, let me show you. Oh, I think I put that in the other room. Let's see here. The one I use all the time. But there's ways to add even more cording to add even more. But if you just want to know how it's done, that's how you do it. You take a cord and you attach your two books together and then slip that cord under the main cord, right? And now you've got two books with one cord. So now I have this other cord where I could add two more, doing it the same way. Okay. So that's how you expand. That's how you can expand your travelers if it only has a couple cords. You just attach them with this third cord and then slip it under there. Does that make sense? I hope, everybody. Okay, so let's move this off the table. Okay, so to start, I think again, I'm going to do this the same way. Let me get a piece of wax paper down. I'm going to do this the same way as I do the big journal, just in a smaller version. All righty. Any questions? Dennis, I wish it was that easy to expand my waistband. You really didn't get it, Katrina? You want me to show you again? I mean, sometimes I don't know if you guys are kidding or not. I don't know if you're kidding, Katrina. Do you really not get it? Oh my gosh. I don't know. Sometimes you girls, I don't know. And guys, Ian, if he was here, he's another character. Oh, I'll wait and see what Katrina says if she didn't really get it. Let's see who else is popping in. I've been wanting to know how to do the cord. Okay, so you really didn't know. Okay, so here's what you do. What I do with the cord. Okay, so all right, so let's just say you have two, right? You got two in your book, in your travelers, whatever kind of cover you got. You just have an extra cord, right? Extra cord. Take your two. Let's divide this up and get into two. All right. So let's just say you have two travelers inserts. Okay. You got two different ones. Okay. Book one, book two. You take your cord, your extra cord. You find the middle and you go to the middle of this one. And you go to the middle of your second book. All right. So see how you've got them attached now? All right. With your extra cord, see how they're attached in the middle? with the one cord, then all you do is take this and pop it in behind one of the cords. And what's holding it in now is that cord. See? So now you've got two books here, and you could add two books here. Okay? It's just having having that extra piece of elastic is all it is. Just having an extra piece of elastic. Okay, so now let's go back. Let's go back to this. Okay. So I have to decide, what napkins, what, front and back. Now, here's one of the things you got to decide. If you're going to have, like I have here, a whole bunch, I got 12, I think. If you want these 2 pages to coordinate, when you open your book, if you have these 2 pages you coordinate, you're going to have to work on this part 1 of this and part 1 of this. See what I'm saying? If you want to open this book and have all the pages like go together, then you're going to have to work on maybe one of these and one of these, so that when they're laid out flat, let me get one here. Okay. It's going to be on one insert and a different insert. If you don't care if this page matches or coordinates with this page, then you can use different napkins and you can do a whole page like this. I'll do one page like this just so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to take one of the inserts, and I already got my glue brush out, and I use Golden Matte Medium, and I just pour it in a, this had paint in it, but it doesn't matter, it's dry. I always keep a baggie on the lid so it doesn't dry, so the lid doesn't dry stuck to it. Okay, good. I'm glad that helped. All right, so I'm going to pour some out, and I'll just, I got my little baby wipe there that I had my brush in, but I still always put the plastic, and then it's just a cut down baggie. And that way you won't glue your lid to your jar. All right, and don't pour more out than you're going to need at a time. You don't want it to dry out. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just put down the matte medium over the whole thing. A lot of people ask me, can you use Mod Podge? I don't like Mod Podge because it never dries. It seems to always stay sticky. And I know people go, well, you can put on cornstarch, baby powder, you can wax it. Way too much trouble for me. If you want to do all those steps just because you're using Mod Podge, go ahead. But I have found, especially in a journal, especially if you're using it in a journal, it never dries and it can stick your pages together. Golden Matte Medium never does that. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of pick an area here I like, maybe right around there. Now, once you put it down, there's no getting it back up. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to put a layer over the top. I don't care if it's not exact around the edges because I'm going to use paint in it as well. The napkin is not the only thing I do. I'll show you the big journal here in just a minute. I add paint and make a little scene. I make a scene. Let's make a scene. And you can cut it down a little more if you want. I'm just throwing it on there. But like, let me get one of the napkin journal here so you can see. So you can see that around the napkins, I'm painting. I'm making a little whirl, just kind of like I would collage. Regular collage in any kind of abandoned book, altered book, art journal. So I'm going to be painting a lot in here. Okay. So all this is painted around the edges. So if the napkin doesn't get right up to the edge, it's not going to matter because I'm going to be painting it all in anyway. Okay. So now let me get some scissors. And I can just kind of rip some of this off pretty much. Okay. And then I'll let that dry. I can trim all those edges in a minute, either after I use a heat gun or after it sits for a minute. So you can, it's pretty smooth. It's still going to have a texture. Anytime you use napkins in your journal, it's going to retain a texture. even a slight texture. It's not going to be buttery smooth paper again. It's going to have a texture. All right, so I'm going to set that one aside. Now I still have this left, so I want to use it. So let me just kind of tear this down though. Let me just set this aside, and I'll use it again. I got a fan blowing here, so it's a little tricky because I have a fan blowing, but yeah. Okay, so I'm going to set that one aside. Well, you know what? Do I want? Let me go ahead and dry it because I want to show you what I was talking about using the sides. So let's go ahead and dry this. Hi, Terry. See you tonight. Anybody else I missed? Let's see. Annette, Cheryl. I know I'm probably missing people. And again, the base is 110 weight cardstock, a little thick, but you could use mixed media paper. Yeah, I wouldn't use copy paper. That I wouldn't go that thin. You can, but you know you're going to be fighting the wrinkles and stuff. This is 110 weight copy cardstock. Yeah, right, Teresa. Okay, and everybody asked about my heat gun. This is at least a 20, if not 25-year-old Marvy Cheetah. I don't know if they make this exact one anymore. It's like me and Paula have this one. Now it's 20 to 25 years old. So yeah, but you can still get heat guns. All right. So here's what I was talking about when you cover a whole page. Okay. So when you put it in your book, okay, you have unless it's on the cover. So let's just show you for a minute. It's on the cover. So here you go. So you see it on both sides. But if this page is in the middle of your book, come back here, and you have other pages, okay, this is what happens. Oh, thank you, Ashley, for the $10 super chat. And thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to write you down, Ashley, for my thank you peeps. Here's my Post-its. There we go here. Thank you, Ashley. Yeah. So in my next batch of thank yous, thank you, Ashley. Anybody that super chats me or PayPal tip jars me, I try to send once a month. I gather all those people's names up and I try to send out thank you. Last month was the rooster. The month before was the blue jay. So different things. You know, it might be this month might be a traveler's insert because I cut down 15 stacks. So I don't know what this month's going to be that, but I wrote it down. Thank you, Ashley, so much for the support of the channel. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. So if you covered one, now look. So now when you open your book, it's just on one side here, and then later on, it's down the road. It's on the back of this one. So in the meantime, you've got all these other pages, right? Now, if you don't care if this coordinates with this, then just open up all your pages and just slap down some napkins any old which way. I kind of like that idea, but I just want to forewarn you that if you have a book and you're trying to coordinate the pages, you can't do it like that, right? You can't just lay it out flat and have them coordinate. You're going to have to take it apart. I'll do a different one here. So here we got two different halves. You got two halves. If you want these two halves to match, you're going to have to do a half a napkin here and a half a napkin here. Does that make sense? Does everybody get that? Oh, thanks, Ashley. You're going to have to do a half a page on one and a half a napkin on one page and a half a napkin on the other if you want them to be side by side. If you don't care if they're side by side, then just slap your napkins down any which way and they're not going to coordinate. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So if you want them to coordinate, you're going to have to do, half of one on one side and half on the other, which I'll go ahead and do that now just to show you. Okay. So let's see what we want to do. Let's do this one. Okay. Let's do this one. All right. And I don't even necessarily have to do the whole napkin. I can do a part of a napkin and a face. So let's go ahead and cut this one in half. And now let's say I want this double page spread here in my journal to be this half and this half, right? Well, it's two different pieces of paper, right? So if I want it like this, let's do that and maybe cut this little bit of edge off here so we don't waste that. And then put that maybe down here. Okay. And then let's say we want a small little face. Let's this little girl right here. And again, I already took the backs. I already took the backs off all these napkins, that backer sheet. Okay, you got it. Okay. So now, because it's going to be on two different papers, I don't want to run this napkin straight across. It's just going to be a mess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut that down like this. So I'm going to glue this half on this one. Trim that down. I'm going to glue that half on there. This down here. Let's do it this way maybe. Like that. And then this girl right there. Okay. But it's two different pieces of the book. All right. So let's go ahead and do a section at a time. You got to be a little gentle. See right there, I kind of ripped it. You got to be kind of gentle. Okay, let's do this side. And normally on any other kind of collage, you flip it over and put it on the base and on the piece and then over the top. But with napkins, you can't really do that. You can't flip it over and put matte medium on the back and then flip it back over without it tearing. Okay, so there we go. We got those two halves, a little bit of trim there. Okay, let's do this. And I have some other things picked out, some stickers and some words and some other things just to kind of show you different things we can add in this journal. Okay, and then I'll go over this and put her right here. And again, if anything hangs over the edge, once it's dry, I'll go back and trim the any overhang. Okay, so there we go. Do I need to zoom in? Maybe I should zoom in a little. Let's do that. Let's see. Zoom in and let's lighten it up a little again. There we go. That should be better. I don't want to get it too bright though, because it'll flash out on me every time I move back. That looks pretty good. How's that look? Okay, so now let me dry this and I'll show you where we are at. Hi, Gail. Matte tends to be thinner and less sticky than Mod Podge. Yeah, I don't like Mod Podge. It's sticky and never dries. And then again, let me say this. I use golden matte medium. There's also Liquitex matte medium. But if you don't want the gritty kind, you need it's called, I think, Liquitex Professional. I haven't used it, but from what everybody has said, the Liquitex, quote unquote, it says professional on it, is not gritty. Okay. And golden is not gritty. But just the regular Liquitex and some other brands of matte medium can be gritty. And you really want to dry this well so you don't stick your pages together with wet matte medium. You want it to be dry. Where are you, Annette? Where are you? It's hard to get gold in there. Where are you? Hi, Eileen. We're doing a mini napkin journal today, Eileen, in a traveler's insert. And the other thing you can do with your traveler's inserts, depending on which kind you buy, like the real travelers does not round their edges, I don't think. But some of the inserts you buy them already have rounded corners. You can buy corner rounders. You can either get the punch or the crocodile, and you can or just cut it with yourself and round the corners. If you don't like the pointed corners, you can round the edges. Yeah, it is pricey, Annette. There were times, guys, like when I first started streaming like 10 years ago, and at the time I believe it was in between Hubster's plant closed down, so he was out of work. I would this would be one, and not this big, but the 8 or the 16 ounce would be the only thing that I would buy for a month in as far as a craft supply, because it's expensive, but to me it's well worth it. So that would be I did a haul video every now and then, and my haul video would be 1 jar of golden matte medium. So trust me, I know how expensive it is. Use a coupon. If you know when the store's up, you can go to Michael's, use a coupon. I'm not sure. I haven't tried to buy anything on Michael's online. But maybe you can use a coupon at Michael's and buy it online, and get it for 40 or 50% off. Let's see. So, yeah, we are fine. Though we did not have an actual tornado in our area, but there were a lot of tornadoes in Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia, but not where. I mean, we had a big storm. It woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning, night before last. It was a big storm, but we didn't have an actual tornado go through. Oh, they did, Nancy. Well, then you'll just have to find another place online. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, Amazon does carry it. Janet got me 2 of these for my birthday from Amazon, so you can get it on Amazon. Again, it's not cheap, guys, but and depending, and it'll last. This will last most of you. This will last you your lifetime. Most of you. I do, collage after collage after collage every week, books and books and books and hundreds of collages. So like I said, when I was on the Golden Artist Help Program, when they sent me 2 cases, I think there's like 24 in each case. I have used all 24 of those jars in over, I think it was probably about a 5-year period. I used them all. So I go through a lot of it. But, if you're not doing collages every month, I've already half used one of these since February. Janet got me this for my birthday. It's half gone in this jar because I use it so much. So I'm just saying, one big sheet like this, that's fine. But be aware. I got a thing. Are we buffering, guys? Don't know. It's going to depend on if you care, if your pages coordinate, or if you just have a random one. Or I could go back with the rest of that napkin or another napkin and make a coordinating page on this side. Let me do that. Yeah. Okay. Well, if it usually stops, guys, but the thing is if it buffers on you, make sure and go look at your settings and see if it knocked you back to 144p, because sometimes when it buffers, or a jiggle on YouTube, it can knock you out of HD. So make sure and go back and look at your settings. And I can go over here, a little piece, because remember, I'm going to paint the backgrounds and things, right? I'm going to paint backgrounds and do other things. I'm going to add some stickers or some other, words, or, you can do whatever you want, just like you can in any journal. Okay, so you can do that. Maybe I want a little bit of, let's just take this little bit of butterfly from the top here. And I can just put that down and overlap that. Let's go this way. And again, if it hangs over the edge, I will just trim it off after I hit it with the heat gun. Okay, so you can do this. You can layer. Okay, there we go. Yes, they are still delivering supplies. Amazon hasn't quit really delivering things that I've seen. I've not seen anybody say they couldn't get something. But you know, there we go. All right, so now let me hit that side with the heat gun. Hi, Natalie. Thank you. Frida, the wrench is the blue wrench means it's a moderator. It's a moderator that can kick people and trolls out, kick out the trolls. You know, they moderate the chat to make sure everything stays, cool. Eileen. Eileen's happy to get some from Amazon, even if it's just cat food. And I do want this dried well, so I'm not sticking the pages together. Hi, Devin. Melinda. Okay, so now this one has it on two sides, but now I've also got it on this side. So when the book is, opens up on that page, there's some of this color there as well. I got a little flashed out. Let's turn the light back down just a little. There we go. I don't want to get it too dark, but I don't want to flash it out either. I think that looks pretty good. All right, now the same thing for this side. This side, because I did this whole sheet, when I open the book, it's going to have, you got to decide what you want over here, right? You have to decide what you want over here. So my best suggestion would be when you're making a whole book, when you're doing a whole insert like this, is to do them half and half. If you want it all eclectic and you don't care if they match, then you can just do whole sheets like this and you won't care if they coordinate or are the same paper. All right, so now I've got this little bit left here. So let's go ahead and I need to pour out a little more matte medium. Put my plastic back on before I put on the lid so I don't glue the lid shut. Happy hump day, Kalora, Becky. We're doing napkin journaling, sorry, in a traveler's insert. Okay, so now let's just go ahead and lay this down. And again, I can just trim off the edges after it's dry. Or, well, even while it's wet, you can still pull it and it'll have a ratty edge, which that looks cool sometimes too. So, all right, so now let's dry that. Hi, Ian. We were just talking about you a minute ago. All good. All good. I wanted to do all these pages, but I'm looking at the time. I'm going, I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this. And I do want to do some, turn it over and trim. I do want to do some gluing and other things, in the project too. So I don't know if I'm going to do all, because there's 12 pieces of paper. So that's 24 halves, 24 sides. And that could take me half a minute. All right. So here's what we got now. So you can see, and again, I can trim this down. Overhang is a little excessive, not the napkin, but the paper itself is a little excessive because I'm using 110 weight cardstock and it's thick. So that's going to cause those pages to stick out further than the that I might trim it, but I'll do that after I'm completely done. Right. Okay. It's two separate things, right? But when you open it up like this, see, look, we got they're side by side. All right. So depends on what you want on what. And again, this will go inside of a cover. This will go inside of a cover. Just giveaways. I think I'm going to do it like I did before, just some random ones. And what I did is I cut down some cardstock, a piece, and a napkin, and I'll send this in an envelope, and then you can try to see what you can do and play with it. Again, don't forget to take. I did not take off the backs of these. You have to take off. There's two layers of napkin behind here to take off. And then you can just practice with it if you want to practice with Mod Podge or whatever you want to do. But if you put them in a journal, I would recommend using matte medium. Okay. And let's see. I'm going to just open it random here. And we can always stop and work on a page at any point. All Jane Davenport or all Juliet Crane. It's going to be a hodgepodge of stuff, but I think I want the pages facing each other to coordinate. Just makes it easier on me to do the pages. All right, so I've already pulled the backs off of a couple more napkins here. So let's cut these down. Let's see, I think I want to cut some of. I'll just trim this down. And I do have a fan blowing. It is a little tricky to cut napkins down when the fan is blowing. And then let's see, I think I want this side right there. So I'm just kind of trying to eyeball it, just kind of eyeballing it. Okay, so that's about that size of those two. And then we'll trim this down at the bottom. And then we'll have these bits to use, and you can overlap them. You can overlap them and overlay them. All right, so now I've got these two sides, and I'm going to cut this in half. Just because it's easier to do, glue single pieces. Oh, let's do it over here. All right. Yeah, we already talked about that, Eileen, before you were here. Say back parts. Okay, let's do this flat. You can take it apart and lay it flat. Just remember where you are. In your book, if you're opening it up and then you put it back together and go, why aren't those two pages coordinating together? What did I do? Okay, so there we go. There's that side. And again, it's right there. So I want to make sure I keep it on the page. And if some of it overlaps, I'll just trim that down. And I'll probably do a few more of these, and then we'll stop doing the gluing part and do some painting and other things, because obviously I'm not going to get 24 pages glued down and still have time to do some painting in the next 2 hours. You know what I mean, Vern? All right, so there we go. So let's dry these two. glue two pages together here. You might want to put some wax paper in between when you're working. Teresa, I got these at Tuesday morning. But of course, Tuesday morning is closed right now, so hopefully when they open back up, they'll have lots and lots of napkins to buy. Thank you, Jade, for the $20 super chat. Thank you. You are amazing. Well, you're amazing too. Thank you, Jade. Let me write you down. Hang on. I try to write down everybody that super chats and or PayPal's me to support the channel. Thank you so much. I will send you out a thank you on the next batch of outgoing thank yous. I do those once a month. Thank you so much for this support of the channel. Picola just put in my email address. Email me your address. I do not share your addresses with anybody, so email me. Okay, so now let me trim this off a little here. I'm not getting, I'm not trimming them perfectly yet. I can do that later. I just want to get off a lot of excess here. Okay, let's do a couple more. So now you can see, this is two different pieces, but when the book closes, these are facing each other. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get facing pages. Now this one's right smack in the middle. So because this one's right in the middle, I could do a double, do the whole napkin because it's the middle page. So let's see. Let's do these fish. Let's do these fish. Some of y'all are doing that. Say it, Popo. Are you still here, or anybody that's doing that fish journal? Robin, is it Robin? Who's the one doing the fish journal? And feel free to put a link. Picola probably has a link to it. Let's just get the whole. Get some whole fish in here. Those two will be a little upside down. Maybe they're floating. Those two might be floating. All right, let's trim off a little of this. Rosemary. I get Robin and Rosemary confused. Yeah. Rosemary Morris is doing the fish book, fish journal, funky fish. Yeah. Oh, you got these napkins in your kit, Popo? Awesome. Awesome. Okay. All right, so I'm doing a double page here. I don't have to leave them all stacked up. I'm just kind of keeping it all together. So, yeah, she does like a different journal every month, right, Popo? A different journal every month. So if y'all like doing different theme journals, she sells them. Well, no, let me back up. She sells kits for them. And Popo could probably tell you more about it, or one of the other girls that do the book. I think Colleen does it and Kathy do it, but that's all I don't do it. So I don't know what thank you, Picola. There's the link. So y'all can go over there and look at what she's doing in her, I think it's monthly themes. Am I right, Popo? Is it a monthly theme? I haven't seen Colleen or Kathy, so I can't ask them. All right, so there we go. So I got that glued down. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, she uses old hardback books. Does she use old hardback books as a base for her journaling? Okay, yeah, so it's every month. Every month is a different thing. Thanks, guys. I want it to make sure it's really dried well, because that is what will make your pages stick. If they're not dry, they're not. Okay, so now I'm gonna just turn this over and trim. Could almost just tear it. But napkins are fun to work with. All right, so there we go. So got that. So let's fold the book. Again, it's getting thicker and thicker. It's going to. All right, so now let's go and here we got this one done. Let's do one more, and then maybe we'll stop and do some painting. All right, so now I got this double page. Again, it's 2 sections, right? You can't here. Let's do this girl. Then I have to really cut her, though. Let's see. If I cut it right there, it should be okay. Right along the side of her face. Okay, let's go right up this side. I don't want to glue her down halfway in the middle. Okay, so that's good. All right, I'll leave that. I like that magic moon. So let's trim this off. Let's go right there and there. And then let's see. Maybe I'll cut a little of her hair off, because I can keep some of this bottom part. Okay. I'll just keep the word magic there. And then we'll cut this off. And again, you can use these parts I'm cutting off, use these on another page. So I've got them piled up right there. All right. Let me pull out just a little bit more matte medium. Put the baggie back on top. What are you going to do with them when the pages are covered? We're going to use paint and stickers and whatever else we like to use in our art journaling. Let me show you. Maybe, Rebecca, you haven't seen my napkin journal, my big one, my regular size napkin journal. I thought I showed this. Didn't I show this the other day? I thought I did. Let me show you a page that's done here. Like this. See how we've used different, these are Juliet Crane color book pages. Napkins are all in the background. And then the rest of this is paint. The rest of that is paint in there. So we're making a painted mixed media page. Okay. And I'm just doing the same thing here, except on a smaller scale. We're just doing a smaller scale. All right. Whoops. Righty. This side. Get all the excess. Maybe we'll paint this page. Paint it and add some doodads to it or something. We'll see. Why doesn't Mod Podge ever dry? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't use it either, because I've used it a couple of times years ago, and it just doesn't dry. And it sticks your pages together. I mean, maybe it's okay to use, like, say, on a Canvas project or something. But if you're going to have pages touching each other, I would not recommend it. You'll glue your pages shut. Get a couple of those wrinkles out of her face. Picola's, well, all my mods are awesome. But Picola, she mods at a lot of different places. And yeah, she's like a mod queen. Let's just face it. Every mod has their good points, or their specialties, I should say. Eileen is our enabler mod. Julie's, I don't know, Julie's funny. She's funny. I don't know exactly what her specialty would be. Picola just keeps everybody in line, and she's like hops on those. She just hops on those links like this. Janet, well, you know, Janet. Ian is hilarious. Our mod in the UK. Julie, I mean, Terry Trouble. She has been, you know, she had that shoulder surgery, so she hasn't been around in a while, but she's still a mod whenever she comes in. Let's go ahead and say hi to Terry Trouble real quick. We haven't said hi to Terry Trouble in a while. Let's go ahead and say, let me turn up my phone sound here. All right, we're going to say hi to Terry Trouble. It's been a while. Here we go. Hi, Terry, if you're watching. Okay, so there we go. So now we've got this double page, you see, but it's on two different sections of the book. Okay, that's still not dry right there. Hang on, guys. I'm going to go ahead and do one more double page because I have this glue, this matte medium still left over. I don't want it to waste. So we're going to go ahead and do one more here on the inside. Let's do another. Oh, I got this shell. Oh, I got this shell and I got this floral. Let's do this shell here. Let's see, what section do I want to kind of cut it down. We'll cut it down right about here. And again, you can use these other bits. I have a bin here of bits, leftovers. These are leftover bits of napkins, a whole bin. Okay, let's see. I like that one there. So let's go with that. Let's roll with that. Let's trim it down over here. Okay, so now I've got the full sheet here, but it's two different pieces. So I'm going to cut this in half so I can glue them separately. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do this side here. We'll get out some paint, some stickers, and words, and whatever else we like to add. I'm not really big on word art journaling. I either journal writing or I art journal without very many words. Sometimes I'll stick a word or something on it, but for the most, or a quote. But for the most part, my art journaling and my writing journals are two separate things. Because when I do collage or mixed media, especially if I do a world building type, like in an altered book or abandoned book, or build a world in my art journals, I want you to be the one to decide in your mind what that world looks like. What's that world say to you? I don't want to have to put a word on it to make you think of what the world could be. Okay, there's a little edge there. So most of the time, I don't put words or quotes or sayings or journaling on my art journals. They're just art and world building. But this one we're going to do we're going to put some words on it. We're going to put some words on this one. Nothing. Let's see. Dee Dee have a look at your sound. My sound is crackling. I haven't done anything, Ian, different. I haven't done anything different. Let me turn my mic sideways. I don't know. All right, let me know. I can't. It's hard to fix things when you don't know what the problem is. You know what I mean, Vern? Something goes wrong on a stream or buffering, and you have no control over it. You can't fix it. Is it still doing it? Is it still crackling for anybody besides Ian? Is it crackling? I'm going to say, crackle, crackle, crackle. Is it crackling for anybody besides me? Hi, Donna. I think I said hi to Journey. Flo. A bit. Okay. Well, I don't know, guys, what to say. My mic is right here. I haven't touched the camera. What to say? My mic is right here. I haven't touched the camera. I haven't touched anything. So I don't know. It's a YouTube thing, I guess, or an internet, overload. I don't know. No crackle for some. It stopped. Okay. Thank you, Mary. Hi, Cheryl. Well, the only thing I can do is try to switch the microphones. I can switch it from my blue snowball to the camera and switch it back. So let's try that. Okay, so now it's on. Now it's on my camera. Okay, I'll leave it here for just a second. Okay, I switched it over to my camera one. Now I'm going to switch it back. I'm going to switch it back to the blue snowball. Is it okay? All right, let me switch it back and let's see. All right, now I'm back at the blue snowball, at the snowball one. So did that make any difference? Did that make any? Only for a minute. Okay. All right, let me finish drying. Okay, I have enough to do one more. So let's do one kind of generic page, like maybe just some, like these. Or did I already do one of those? I think I already did one of those. I think I already did a squares, just plain. Yeah, okay. We can use this for, because I also pulled out, let me go over here. Where is it? Eileen made me buy these at one point, these Dilutions stickers and lettering. So at some point, Eileen made me buy these. So there's stickers and you can color some. There's faux washi tape in there. I've used some of that. And this is the Diane Reevely. Is that right, Eileen? Diane Reevely ones. So there's stickers with words and dates and some arrows and some different things. So maybe we could use some of this in there. Is that they're nice stickers? Yeah, so we might use that, Eileen. Okay, so let's see what we got here now. Again, it's getting a little chunky. Let me trim down this overhang here. And there's going to be an overhang on probably a lot of them, but I'll take the time to do that after a while. I just want you to kind of see how we've got it going right there. Okay. So we're just using napkins. I'm going to use napkins in this whole book. But I don't want to do them all right now because then we won't get to paint or do anything else, right? So I think I've used enough. Well, no, I don't want to waste that. Let's glue one more thing. Let's glue one more just so I don't waste it. Let's do another one of these squares. I got this square piece right here. I don't want to waste my matte medium. Y'all know it's expensive. Okay, so let's see. Let's do a little bit of, maybe this one could have more stickers and other things on it. Let's see. Right about there. We'll just go ahead and glue this down on here. So, you know, if you have some decorative napkins, you can fold some cardstock in half. You can fold some cardstock in half and make you a traveler's insert. Okay, let's put some down on here. Leftovers over here. Use the rest of this up. Maybe we could just overlap a little right here. Okay, now I've used all that up. So now I'm going to wipe the excess glue off of my brush, and my glue brushes are the only brushes that sit in water. They have their own little cup over here that they sit in, and all my glue brushes are just old acrylic, you know, where they got funky or, you know, not good for anything else, but they're good for gluing. So they are the only ones that sit in water. All right, let's try this one. And the light back down just a little. The sun's coming out now, so it's changed the light. The sun's coming through, so it's changing my lighting. I told y'all, if y'all weren't here, my one of my lamps fell off my shelf and broke. Not the bulb, thank goodness, because it's one of those expensive blue light bulbs. But the bulb didn't break, but the lamp did. So Hubster says he's going to try to find me a lamp. Gotta dry it well. Hi, Lady Jan. We're making a traveler's insert napkin journal. So again, see how it kind of sticks out because it's so thick? The paper is thick. So I can always trim this off later, okay? And then it'll end up going in my this is another, that was my sample thing. So yeah. All righty. Let's move this to the side. Hi, Annette. Anybody else I'm missing? Melinda. I think I had said hi to Gail. Hi, Holly D. I don't think I said hi to you. Good morning. All right, so now I just got to decide which one I want to work on. Maybe one of the Jane Fate. Yeah, maybe this one. You know, this might be good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to Well, I'll just work in it like this because in case you are working in one that is connected, if you have one that you bought, if you bought an insert, then they're going to be stapled or sewn, depending on what kind you bought. They're either going to be stapled or sewn together. So we'll just go ahead and work on it like, and we'll pretend it's one of those because I'm hand making mine. But if you bought you an insert, then they're going to be either sewn or what do you call it? Staple. Okay, so what I'm going to do though is got piles of napkins over here. What I'm going to do is decide a couple of things. Am I going to use something out of one of my whimsical animals or my Juliet Crane Big Monster Girl? See, I still got leftovers back here too. Leftover napkins and stuff. All these napkins, these leftover napkins can go in my bin. See, I've got this big bin right here of leftover napkins. All right. So I have to decide if I want to cut some of these out. What's this a little piece of? These are just little bits left over from tearing out of the book. So let's just maybe do an animal because we've got this little queen girl right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some wax paper and put behind so that I don't paint my pages shut or make a big mess with the paint on the edges. So we're protected there. Dee Dee, you don't need a blue light bulb. Just get a LED bulb and the camera will adjust to the light. Yeah, I don't. Then it flickers. I've had that before. Then it's always constantly changing. So I like my blue light bulbs, and I have them, so I'm going to use them. Okay, so now let's see. Let's look at the animals. It changes enough with the sunshine because I keep my window open. I keep my window open or the blinds open, so when the sun goes behind a cloud or comes in, it's always changing. Light is the bane. That is the bane of a streamer's existence, the lighting. And I got a ring light and I got another lamp. I got this light. Oh, anyway. All right, let's see if I can find something kind of small enough to kind of fit. These are kind of big. This is what I use in the napkin journal. Oh, this one's kind of good. Looks kind of sad, though. We could give them a smile. Okay, so I'm kind of heading toward this one. Maybe that one, that little bear. Or let's see what else we can find. Maybe it's a cat. I don't know. Is that a cat or a bear? That's cat. No, that's a fox. Owls. They're all so cute, though. And you can just change, and there's another fox. You can do whatever you want. That's what she calls them, she says original drawings for you to color and make your own. And I don't really want a girl. I don't want one of the girls on here because I have this girl. So maybe we'll just cut this. All right. So, and the other thing too is when you use a color book page, hi Shelly, when you use a color book page, especially if you're going to use color pencil, and especially if you're going to put it on a napkin, you want to color it first. Color it first. I think that's supposed to be its tail, but I'm not going to use its tail because I want it just to fit right there. Let me get my smaller scissors. You want to color it first before you glue it down because it's going to be texture. And if you try to, here, I'll show you. I'll give you an example. So let's say you glued this down first, and then you wanted to color it with color pencil. And you wanted to color it with color pencil. This is what their little skin's going to look like. See the texture? You're picking up the texture of the napkin. Okay, which, maybe you want it to be a lizard skin. I don't know. But if you color with color pencil on top of a napkin, that's what's going to happen. So you want to make sure if you're going to use color pencil at all, like even if I used Copic on this and then color pencil on top, You want to make sure that you do all that first, because otherwise, I didn't miss something. The problems are local to listeners. I missed something, Susie. What's local to listeners? Oh, good, Donna. I missed something, Susie. I don't know what you're talking about there. Sorry. And chat does go by fast. You might say something and it's already rolled. Part one of what you said's rolled by. And then I see part two and I don't know what you're talking about. So I try, guys. I try to watch chat as much as I can, but you got to have some eyes on your project. You have to keep some eyes on your project too. So I'm not sure what you're talking about the problems are local to listeners. So I don't know if you're talking about the sound. Let's see. I think I'm gonna, is that for that ear? I'm gonna bring that down. And we'll see what this one looks like here. I'll keep this flower in the back of the book, and this tail I might in the back of the book, and this tail I might use that tail on another animal. So we'll put this back in the back of the animal book here to save for later. Let's see. Annette. Hi, Annette. Who else am I missing? So I think that's kind of cute, right? I think that's kind of cute there. All right, again, I've got my wax paper behind each side there so that we don't glue the page shut with paint. And I gotta decide what I want to do. Do I want it a color? Do I want a black? Y'all know I love me some black edges and some black backgrounds and what. But you don't have to always do that. Okay, so let's first decide how I want to color him. Just kind of slide this over. Come over here on this piece of wax paper. Move that around. There we go. And let's see. Do I want to just do a Copic? Do I want to? I could do some, whitewash on here. Hi, Ann. How you doing? Hi. Let's see. Thanks, Annette. Who else am I missing? Peggy. Oh no! I'll get this little kind of signal. I don't know what y'all are talking about, the signals and stuff. Okay, so let's see. Do I want to do maybe a purple outfit? What color do I want his little face and feet? So cute. All right, let's see. Let's go. I'm going to get a Copic. Let's get maybe a hot pink or something. And I've got Copics and I've got the Hoo Hoo Heroes. Let's see what that will do here. It's going to be a little dark. Let's just use it as a little, like a shadow here. It's going to be a little dark. So let's go with the lighter pink color. And you test them out before you start, Or maybe it might be cool to have it be a stripe because of the squares. Let's see. Let's get a lighter pink. This is a Copic. All right, then maybe an orange. Let's go with the light, like a fluorescent orange. And it does go through. It is Copic, right? So I'm on a piece of wax paper here. All right, now let's go with the darker orange. And almost, I think this is almost heading toward red here. Okay, maybe a red. An escaped circus bear. Yeah, Devin. I like that. An escaped circus bear. Oh my gosh. I love that. I wonder how I could put that on here. Good one. Okay, let's see. Then let's go back. Let's go with a darker purpler color. Let's get with a purpler. And then maybe a lavender or something. It's a lighter purple. Oh, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay, so now let's see. Do I want him to be, is it a cat? I guess it's going to be a bear, right? So let's see. Let's get some let's see. This is one. Let's go with, let's see what color this hoo-hoo is. I need a test. That's kind of too dark. I don't want it to be kind of a neutral color. Let's see. Let's find let's see how neutral this is. There we go. It's a little darker flesh color, so it'll be kind of a fur color. And then we can always add fur to it. You like the stripes? And then this is inside and outside of the ear, so we'll do one dark and one lighter. Okay, so let's see. Let's just do the whole face here. We'll do shading. I like that because it's going to go on these bright colors over here, right? Okay, so he's got on, or she's got on a crown, and so does she. Maybe we'll do that in gold. Let's see if this gold gel pen here. And we could always put stickles on it if we want to make it glittery. But do you add a little tag that says if lost? Oh, that's cute, Debbie. I like that. Wait a minute. Let's see. I got to get a pen. Where's a pen? If lost, return. Okay, I like that. So Debbie and who was it that said the circus? Who was it that Devin Rex and Debbie? I'm gonna send and I'm writing y'all down. So I think I have Devin's. I don't think I have your address, Debbie, but I'll send you both of you one of my giveaways that I'm doing today. I'm giving away a piece of the cardstock to make your own and a napkin so you can make your own. So Debbie and Devin, y'all, for your creativity and innovation, you are each going to get one. So I'm going to put y'all's to the side there. Send me your address, Debbie. I don't think I have your address. So y'all are going to get a reward for being so creative. Okay, so now let's see. It's cold. It's still dry. It's wet. So let me dry it. You're welcome. The little circus bear needs a little tag, and it needs a little strip. I see. I hesitate to put anything dimensional. I hate to put anything dimensional in it, but the napkin is a little crunchy already. But when you're working on the opposite side of the pages, it makes it a little tough if you have anything dimensional on there. But a little tag would be so cute. Do I have a little tag? I mean, I might have to make one, but I think I have. Let me go over here. Hang on, guys. I'm over here on the side over here looking over here. Let's see, I can make a little tag out of this. I thought I had one, with the little brown circle in it. Let me just see if I can find one to cut down. Just not up. Oh, here we go. Let's see what I got right here. Here we go. This is perfect. Okay. I have this blue one too. I had one that's painted back. This this thing's probably not telling how old this is, but that would be cute. But I have a regular one too, so I can just cut it down. I like the blue one, so I'm going to take the string. Here we go. I'm going to take the string off of this tag, put it in this one. I'm going to cut this down. Okay, so we're going to cut this down, and I'm going to write on it. Let's see. Here's my scissors. We can re-distress it. All right, so let's cut this down a little. Okay. It probably needs to be even just a little bit smaller. Hang on. All right on there. Hi, Carly. All right. So let me now that it's dry, let me just do a little pencil shading here. Let me go over here to my pencils. All these napkins everywhere. All right, let's just get a little. I really need this on something smooth. I don't want to get texture, even from the wax paper. I need a piece of, here's the book. Let me go on the book here. I need something smooth. Hang on, guys. I'm not looking at chat for just a minute. I think it's supposed to be a little bare. That's where we're rolling it with it anyway. Hang on, guys. Okay, now let me get a lighter color to blend. A little bit of blending. Oh, are we buffering again or something, guys? I just saw something about internet issues all over. I'm sure a lot of it has to do with so many people on it now. You know, working from home, school. I'm sure there's a lot of issues. Hopefully you can still hear me. Bueller, Bueller, Bueller. Can you hear me? Good on your end? Okay. Just doing a little, I'm not doing a whole lot. I'm just kind of just putting a little color into the little bear. Okay, now let's see. Now let's get a Posca here. Give him a little highlight on the nose. I like it. Okay, so now let's go back to the book. Go to my tag here. Then on the tag, I want a little, I think I want a little more distress edges on the tag. Maybe on the page too. Let's see. Let's get some archival ink here. And I might the edges, but I'm going to paint first. But on the little tag, and we'll put a little hole here, or it doesn't even have to have a hole. It'll just have a little hanging tag on him. And I'm going to put, hang on, let me come over here with my, let me get a Sharpie. Hang on, guys. Let me dig through my pens here. Hang on, I'm writing. Hang on. I'm writing. I'll put a little smiley face. Okay, so I got a little tag that says, if lost, please return to Devin or Debbie. Since they're the ones that came up with the idea. Yeah, you can't ever get the white paper completely back if you use. Now there's the what do you call it? Color pencil. The what are the Prismacolors called? That Colorase. They have a Prismacolor has a brand of erasable color pencils, but they don't blend like your Prisma. I mean, like your Premiere. Okay, so let's see what I decide to do. Do I want, I think I'm going to go ahead and go with maybe some scraped on, let me move this out of the way so I don't accidentally use this. Let me get another tray here and I put a little white. I'm going to do a little scraping of palette knife with some white and then add some color, some either ink or something, and then we'll distress the edges. So I'm just going to squeeze out a little bit. I don't know how much I'll need. And again, I've got white, I've got wax paper behind here so I don't, what do you call it, glue my pages shut. So I'm just going to move him to the side for him. You'd set him free. Oh, I got to do her too. Where's my gold? Go ahead. I was going to do her little crown in gold. Just a gel pen. It's not a glitter gel pen, but it's just a metallic gel pen, and I can do the little jewels in her crown there with another color. Let's see. What else do I want to do with her? I don't want to do too much. You know what? I think I'm just going to do, and because she's on a napkin here, I don't trust Copics on here without going through. Let's just get a little bit of pink on her cheeks. A little on her lips there. Maybe she'll have green eyes. Okay, I'll have green eyes. And then we'll do the little pupils. And then put a little highlight. You know, maybe blonde hair. I'm just trying to do this kind of quick, guys, just to have it. Let's put some yellow and orange on her hair. I just kind of want her faded in the background. I don't really want him to be the star. See, it's all this texture now. It's on this napkin. It's all textured. Let's just put a little. I could put paint on it. I should just paint it instead of penciling it. But So hope we're okay. Hope we're not too buffed. Hope we're not too buffy today. All right, we'll just go with that for now. All right, so we can always add some more. All right, so now I'm just going to take my white acrylic paint and I'm just going to do a little scraping, and see it picks up the texture of the napkin there. And then we can decide if what color we want to add. Some other color. Do we want to, leave it whitewashed like that because it kind of has that cool textury effect with just white. I have one journal that I'm doing most of my pages with a whitewash like this. Let's see. Could add some. Oh yeah, where's Eileen? Do you want drippage? Eileen. All right, so this just kind of fades in the napkin around the edges. I'm not really even painting much on this one. I'll paint more on the next one. As far as painting a scene or something, we're just going to kind of just go roll with this here. Okay, so let's dry this. Our dream prince. Maybe a distress ink color. And it'll take away that nice kind of white mottled effect though. Maybe we'll just roll with a little bit of the brown archival ink. Oh, look at those stickers. Birds. I just want y'all to have some inspiration. I want you to be inspired to try something that's pretty easy. You like drippage? Okay, well, let's see. Let me get over here in my inks. It's kind of a purpley blue. We could do purple rain. It's not very purple, though. Let's do a more purple. I have a kind of a glittery. Let's go with this. I don't know. What do you call it? A pearlescent one? I don't know. Maybe. Okay, so let me get a paper towel. Hang on. We're going to do drippage here. Okay, so let's go like this. I think I need to move the wax paper for a minute so it doesn't capture. Okay, so let's go with this. I'm trying to shake up the pearlescent. Hi, Diane. Anybody else? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I don't really want it over her, so I'm going to kind of be a little cautious. All right, so I'm going to put some. Oh, I just squirted it over there. I want to put a little bit of purple up here at the top. And then I'll just get a little bit of water. Let's see if I can do this without making too big of a mess. See, it's dripping down the side there. Okay, I'm going to have to put a little bit more. Doing this for you, Eileen. I want it to go around her head there. There we go. A little bit of purple. Drips. And we could add some more, like, let's see, we can do this. Let me get I'll just squeeze a little into here. Let's get a little paintbrush. And we could add a little bit more purple, since that's what we're rolling with. The only reason I picked purple was because it goes with this. But I don't want to lose all my white crackly kind of thing there. I want to keep some of that in there. So let's just kind of go around a little here and there. And then I want to ink the edges with a distressed. Eileen always likes it when we use all this stuff, don't you, Eileen? Because she makes us buy it. She makes us buy it. All right, let's add a little more here. A little bit more on the edge. Just want a little bit more because I'm going to distress the edges. So let's have a little bit more color on here. And then we'll see what kind of words and stickers we have. Just as long as Jean's not here to see. Let me rinse my brush. All right, let's dry. Hang on, that's going to take a minute here. I'll let it sit for just a minute while we look in the book. Let's go ahead and look in let's see what we can find here. I don't want to set him on there yet. Still wet, but he's going on here. Maybe he needs to be like a little, yeah. Okay, so I don't know what all's in here that we could use. We could use, oh, you know what? I was going to say, oh, look, there's a tag. That would have been cute. I think I'm going to, well, I don't know. I kind of like my tag now. If I would have known this was in here, I would have used that. Or maybe, you know what we could do is we could kind of tuck that behind it. So it looks like he's kind of got a double tag. We'll do that. And maybe this circle. We're going to use some stuff out of there. Let's finish drawing. Let's sop that up just a little. It's going to take all day. Hi, Kathy. Anybody else popping in? We're just doing a little napkin journal in a handmade traveler's insert. And it's got that pearlescence, so that's what's taken so long to dry. Because it's got that pearlescence in it. Let's just dab it off. I'm impatient. I want it to be dry now. So I'm going to have to blob it off some. All right, now it's dry again. So it's going to go like that. Well, it's just something fun to do, guys. It's just taking a long time for that pearlescence to dry. I didn't think about that. All right, let's see if it's dry now. Okay, so for him, I'm going to go ahead and use some Eileen's tacky glue because it's going to be glued on a rough napkin, and I don't trust a glue stick. But when you glue anything down like this, you don't want to just leave thick blobs of glue like this on the back. Okay? Don't leave blobs of glue like this. Don't leave it like that. Smooth it out, get it all flattened out. Otherwise, you're going to have bumps and lumps in your paper. Okay. Okay. Now let me get a baby wipe, clean my hands. Okay, so Again, I still need to trim a little from when we glued down the napkins. The whole book can be trimmed, right? All right, so here's what we got so far, other than the blobbies of purple. So we got this napkin, we got that one, this one, which we're working on, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And that's all I got done so far. As far as glue, I'll finish gluing the rest of them in. Let's move this purple paint or purple ink. Okay, so now let's see what we can do about, we're going to have this tag, but I want this other little tag too. Like this. And again, I don't trust the glue on stickers, so I'm going to add glue to the stickers as well. Because I want this to kind of poke out from behind, like right about there. And I could leave this loose and moving around, but I don't want to. So I'm going to glue that down here. Maybe have these strings kind of hanging there. Okay, and then let's see what else we're going to do. I think it's going to be, the bear has her heart. So we're going to put some glue on this heart. And what else do we want? I want this little, like this sunshine, the polka dots. Let's kind of be here so we can look at it. What else do I want? I like that remember, but let's keep looking. There's a green one. I like that green remember with an arrow pointing at it. Let's see. I like the remember because I don't know what other words are in here. Okay, I'm going to go with this green remember. I'm going to stick it over on this side. Do you need anything else? All right, now I'm going to distress it. Hey, it's fun. All right, now I'm going to take this off here while I do this so I can get up on here. And then same thing for this page. I got to trim off some of that other napkin from the back page. Okay. Get my scissors back here. Do a little trim. What do y'all think? Let's hit it with the heat gun real quick. Let me drop my hand. Can put a little black. I think I want a little black border thing around it. Make a great Bond villain. I would make a great Bond villain. Why do you say that, Ian? Here's my only thing. What I'm hoping, guys, I'm hoping this pearlescent ink does not stick. Does not stick anything when it's closed. With a little in there. I'm hoping that the pearlescent brown ink, the pearlescent purple ink, does not stick. Doesn't stay sticky. We'll see. Okay, now I want. Let me get a black pit pen. Maybe a black pit brush pen. Let's see. You're getting a buffer circle of that. Oh, sorry, Ian. I don't know what to say. I usually don't border my stuff, but we're just, it's like this is kind of conducive to it. I don't know why. I just don't do this kind of thing very often, guys. I'm usually world building, you know what I mean? But this was kind of fun, something different. I am kind of worried though about the purple ink. Just saying, the purple ink is a little bothersome. I don't know if I have a archive, some other purple that I could go over that might help. I'm not sure. It's not sticky, but it kind of worrisome. I'm not kind of bothered by the pearlescent stuff. Okay, let's see. What else can I add to this? Yes, I just want some more something. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see, a little bit more. These edges. I don't know. What else does it need, Eileen? Eileen, do you have any ideas? Spray it with a finish? Yeah, I hate doing all that stuff in an art journal. If it's in my abandoned books, I end up varnishing those. Hi, Ashley. Thanks again, Ashley, for the super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel. I wrote you down to get a surprise, to get some happy mail. What else? It's kind of cute, isn't it? Does it need some splatters? Does it need some white splatters? Does it need some purple splatters? Does it need splatters? Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, I think it might need some splats. What color, Eileen? What color splats? Blue. Does it need blue splats, maybe? What do y'all think? Of course, I don't even say that. It needs black splats. Do you think it needs black splats? I was thinking white too, but let's go with white because we got the white scraped here. So I'm just going to go ahead and water that down. Let me get a soft brush that's got it might not be big enough. Well, maybe. Whoop. Gotta be careful not to lose my little name tag there. Try to kind of keep it not too much on his face. All right, let's dry. red always looks like blood. If you splat red, it looks like blood. Maybe I'll do a little bit more scraping. Let's dry this first. Let's get this area over here where I haven't got it watered down. Let's just get a little. Let me just hold it, it's easier. Just want a little bit more. A little bit on the tag there. Okay, now let me dry this. It's getting nice and crunchy and textury. Okay, so let's do one more thing. Let me kind of flatten it out. So if it's still not quite dry on the edges, so let's see. This is page 1, 2, 1. Let's see. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is page 16 and 17. So I'm going to put that on here. Let's go around again with a little Sharpie. Make it a little scratchy. Maybe a little bit around the bear too. Make him a little scratchy. I'll hold it up here in a minute, guys. Some of this paint that I put on here is not quite dry yet. Just a little bit more. Hubster's home. Hubster's home. All right. Little tags there. So I'm going a little more scratchy around here. Can you have too much scratchy? Okay. What do y'all think? That's fine. Now this looks like right here, it could almost have a star shine. Let's do that. I might have to do it with, we'll see. Like that. And then in her little jewels, let's put like, let me get a red here. Put her little jewels in her crown. Look how pitiful he looks. I'm tempted to put a smile on him, but then it's because of the little tag that we won't. Yeah, we put some jewels in her crown, Kathy. I could put some red around the border. You want some more? Kathy wants some more red. Let's see, Kathy. I just don't want splats. I don't mind red, Kathy. I just don't. Oh, let's not pick up wet paint. I just don't want red splats. I don't mind some red. There we go. There. There we go. Some red in there, Kathy. Just for you. Kathy, just for you. Added some red. Thank you, Miss Lena. Miss Lena. Long live Janet's peony bush. Are you talking about Edward Scissorhands, Lena? Oh, thank you for the 70 Denmark. I'm not sure what your money is called, Lena, but I'm going to write you down. Oh, Hubster bought me a lamp. Let's see what he got. Wait, Lena just super chatted me from Denmark. So let me write this down. Lena. Thank you, Lena. It looks like it survived. Thank you, Lena. I wrote you down for another treat. I also have the what do you call it coming to you? A art card. Thank you, Lena. Thanks so much. Thanks anybody that supports the Danish krona. Oh, thank you. I gotta write that down, Kathy. The Danish krona is what her money is called. Thank you. Thanks, Kathy. Don't write me down. No, you're. Oh, don't tell me not to write you down, girl. Oh, I like that. We got to take that plastic off. You got to take the plastic off the shade. Well, we got to do that. Here, wait a minute before I show it on camera because it's going to leave us. It's going to be. There we go. Look. There. It just comes right off. Hubster bought me a new one. Did you put the new light bulb in there? Okay, wait.
It's got a USB port in it.
It has a USB port.
Yeah, so you can plug in your phone while you're gabbing.
Oh, so I can charge my phone? You got to cut that, honey. I'm looking for some scissors. Here. There you go. So let me show you what Hubster brought me home. Because my other lamp. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't like that USB sticker. Okay, so look what he got me, guys. He got me this lamp. It's going to be hard. Oh, wait. Let's back out. Hang on. Let's back out. Because my other one broke this morning. Look. And it's got a USB. Oh, wait. You got to plug it in so we can see. Wait, I got to get all right, here. Down there on the, well, it's wrapped around. That's okay. Just plug it in down there. I will hope it'll reach without, I might need to, no. Oh, sorry, guys. I hit the camera.
Everybody's going to get vertigo.
Is it working? I mean, you got,
yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go. Whoa. Thank you, honey.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, what is that? Right. Oh, what is that? A string? Oh, wait, honey, we got to cut this off. Oh, there's a string in there. Anyway, see, there's a string. It's like a plastic thing in there. But anyway, yeah, there we go. Hey, we're in business now, guys. We're cooking with light now. But I keep bumping the camera. I've got to set it up on the shelf. But I'll just set it here for now. We got light. We got light, people. Oh my gosh. So yeah, so I did zoom back out. So here we go. Yeah, Preppy crafty girl, Jonna. Yeah, you came in during the earthquake. Yeah, Hubster got me a light, and I keep bumping the camera with it. So there we go. There's our little page with Juliet Crane, little animal, and Jane Davenport, little girl. And again, guys, here we go. Wait, where's the rest of these pages here? I got to get the rest of my pages back in here. Oh, this is the center. This is the center of the book, right? This goes in here. Okay, so here's our little traveler's insert so far. And again, it's going to go in here eventually. It's going to go in here. I don't want to, I'll put it in here for a minute so you can see it. But we're still working on it. Okay, is that my mom messaging me? She might be watching. I'm not sure. No, that's Hubster's sister. Okay, so now we've just got that insert in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me zoom back in now. Let's zoom back in. The water bottle. Thanks. Thank you, Holly D, for the $10. Let me write you down. Let me get a thank you, Holly D, and thanks for the heart. Thank you, Holly. I'm adding you to my Thank you so much, guys. All of y'all that have been supporting the channel today. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is Jane Davenport. There's two different ones. I have both. There's this one and there's this one, which I have stuff in. See this one. So these are the two, Jane. These are the two she came out with. So I'm going to use this one for some more mixed media pages. But let's go through the book so far so you can see the nap. This one's going to be all napkin journal. This one is all, I know, it is a cute little heart. And is it a little fox? Thanks for the heart and the fox, Holly D. And this one's going to just be all it's going to be a napkin journal. Of course, I didn't do all the pages yet because I wanted to stop and do some, do a page. But there you go. There's our page that we did so far. This one. So I just did napkins on the back. See, we got some ink, but that's okay. It's all going to be covered up anyway. This one. And I think that's it. So let me take it back out of the book. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do real quick, I've got 3 more. I can do more than 3 more. Let's see. Now, y'all got to send me your addresses if I call your name out. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Wait, let me find where they go. Hang on. All right, so what I'm going to do, hang on, let me pick up for a minute, guys, because I can't find anything. All right, let's do a couple more here. I can't find anything, so how many do I have left? I got enough for 3 more here. Okay, I already gave Debbie and Devin Rex 1, and I'm going to do 3 more here. Hang on, just a minute. Let's see here. So I'm going to do a total of, I already gave Devin Rex and Debbie Riddicks 1. And I've got, how many here? Okay, so now, hang on. I'm putting things together as we're talking. All right, and I'm also going to, these are the ones you have to color. So hang on. I'm going to put a couple of these in there. Do I have some more that you have to color? I hope I got more in there. Ah, here we go. Okay, and I'm going to stick a couple of these stickers in each one too. So I'm going to do some giveaways. Now, here's the plan. Here's how we're going to work it. Okay. Oh, Riri, thank you for the $5. Thank you, Riri. I'm going to write you down. Thank you, Riri. Now, remember, guys, if you super chat me or PayPal me, send me your address unless I've just sent you something within the last month that I know I have your address. Like I know I have Holly D's, but it's just so much easier if you send it to me so I can find you easier. Thank you, Riri, for the super chat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I already gave Debbie and Devin one. So what I'm going to do is they're just one, it's a card stock, like an insert size. And I put a napkin in each one. And I'm going to put a sticker or two, however many I can divvy up. And I'll put one in Devin's and Debbie's as well. I'm going to put a sticker in there. And what I'm going to do, I got 5 here to give away. So I am going to, you tell me, just type in yes. Go ahead right now and type in yes if you want one. And by typing in yes, that means you'll send me your address if I pick you. Because sometimes I pick new people and I know I don't have their address. So go ahead, type in yes if you want one. All it is a napkin, a piece of cardstock, a couple of stickers, but it'll give you an idea. It'll give you a little idea of playing with a napkin. If you've never done a napkin journal, do not forget, you've got to take off those back 2 layers. There's 2 layers back there. You've got to take that off, okay? Because if you don't, it's not going to stick. Take those layers off with a piece of double-sided tape. If you saw at the beginning, just stick a piece of double-sided tape on there and peel it off. There's other ways you can do it too, but you need to take those 2 layers off. All right, let me find my Post-it notes here. Okay, so I already got one over there for Debbie and one over there for Devin because they're the ones that thought up the little bear saying the tag. So I already got them. So I'm going to do 5 more here. And this will be international. It's fine because it's just going to be a couple of stamps. Okay. All right, everybody. Now let me scroll back and see here. I'm going to scroll back. And this doesn't have anything to do with the thank yous like Riri and Holly. Those get special. If you've given something for the support of the channel, either Super Chat or PayPal tip jar, you're going to get a print or something else that I do once a month. So this doesn't have anything to do with that. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to look for yeses. And oh, what a treat. Oh, look what Hubster, you're the best. Hubster went to the store and look what he found me. He's the best. My natural care Huggies. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. For my collaging, guys. Okay, so now let me scroll through here and I'm going to pick some people. Okay, Artsy Wannabe Nancy. And I'm just picking randomly, guys. Artsy Nancy. Send me your address, Nancy. I think I have your address, but send it to me again. Artsy Nancy. Who else have I not sent something to? Or at least for a while. Okay, Peggy Fitzmaurice. Peggy. Is it Fritz or Fitz? Fitzmaurice. Peggy. Artsy Nancy. Jay Weber. I don't think I've given some of y'all something lately. Jay Weber. I'm scrolling through, scrolling. Brooke, have I sent you anything? Have I ever sent you anything? I don't think I have. Recreations by Brooke. If I have, I'm going to send it anyway, but okay. Recreations by Brooke. And one more. Let me see. Scrolling. I did Clam last week. Who else can I give one to? I got one more here. I'm going through my yeses. Who else can I pick? Katrina. And Katrina, I think I had your address at one point. So if you guys will send me your address, email me your address. Here's my email, and I think Pacola's probably already put it in as well. Email me your address, and I'll send you a little insert and a napkin and a couple of stickers and whatever else I can get in an envelope. Okay. So y'all send me your addresses. I'm just doing this randomly because it's too much for the mods to try to, pick 5-10 different people. Okay. So recreations, Jay Weber, Peggy Fitzmaurice, Artsy Nancy, Katrina. And then I've also got over here Debbie Riddick and Devin Rex. So I got those two, and I'm gonna give y'all some stickers and whatever else I can put in an envelope. So yeah, so it's about 11:30. So Hubster just got back from the store with my baby wipes. I got to go make him some lunch. I'll have to go make him some lunch and let him tell me how everything's going at the factory, at work, and I'm looking around, seeing if there's anything else I need to. Is there any other questions? Any other questions or any other comments? Hopefully, y'all are, inspired to try to make it. Again, guys, all this is a piece of cardstock cut down to 8 1/4 by 8 1/2, which is the size of an insert paper. Here, I got one here so you can see, like this. Okay. And you can use your scrapbook papers or anything and just pile them up together and make put a rubber band around it. Just put a rubber band around it. If you don't have a cover for it, make your own cover and just put a rubber band and make your own little traveler's insert type book. Okay. Let's see. What is the number of Stabilo black pencil that smudges? The Stabilo one? I don't know. Do I have to find it in here? I don't even know if it's in here. I don't know the number on the Stabilo. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. I don't want to go digging through pins right now because I have no idea what the number is. I have the black and the white one. That's the only Stabilos that I have are the black and the white one. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Riri. Thank you so much. Thanks everybody that supports the channel. Yeah, I'll call you, Janet. Check on that wasp sting. And Teresa, keeping I think you said it was your brother-in-law and anybody else that's sick or, needs prayers and healing and all that. We do all care and we do keep you in our thoughts and prayers. Yeah, I don't know what the number is on it. All right, guys, y'all have a great day. I'll get this stuff out in the mail the next couple of days. And yeah. Thank you, G. Thank you, G. I love you. Okay, guys. Bye.